Okay, so today I've been thinking a lot about the people in our lives who hurt us. It's very hard to have compassion for someone that has offended us, right? We just want to write them off and kind of just shut our ears, shut our eyes, turn the other way, and just not let them back in. Whether it's friendships, it's been done to us, we've done it to others. Just anybody in our lives, any relationship that we had expectations for, and something happened that offended us, that hurt us. There's times where you just want to walk away and write them off as damaged goods. And of course, as I was putting my little one down for his nap, it's always that moment, right? When the house is still and you can kind of think. It was in that moment that God is like, that person that you think is damaged goods, that person is my child. That person I created so perfectly and so intentionally and so beautifully, and there is nothing wrong with that person. And it just got me thinking, the idea or the concept of love. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7 talks about love and exactly what it is, and how many of us actually do that? How many of us actually, are kind and patient and not count all the wrongs, not count up every single thing that they've ever done, and write it down and kept a log? How many of us rejoice when, those people that we are angry at, when they fall, when they make a mistake, instead of feeling hurt or compassion or, caring about them? How many of us really turn the other cheek and say, you know what, love suffers long, and I'm going to suffer long, and I'm going to believe all things, and I'm going to have hope in all things, and I'm going to trust God no matter how bad it gets? And it's crazy how so many of us, not one of us is alike. Not one of us has walked in the same path, in the same shoes, with the same family and dynamic and environment, and with the same struggles, the same personalities. None of us are the same. But yet we're so quick to have expectations of others. We're so quick to judge others. We're so quick to expect others to meet our needs and to meet our expectations. And when they don't, or when they don't fit into our comfort zone, or when they don't fit into our happiness, we are so quick to say, you know what? I can't have you in my life. You need to, I just need to move on. You need to go your separate way. And I don't want to discount that there are absolutely moments where you have to set healthy boundaries. I'm not talking about healthy boundaries. I'm not talking about situations where you have to separate yourself from someone for your own safety. Even if it's a mental, emotional safety or peace. I'm talking about the relationships and the moments where it's something that, you are really just writing someone off because they're not filling your expectations, as a friend, as a coworker, as whatever, as somebody in your family. And instead of understanding that they are a child of God and that they are perfect just the way that they are, we just tend to blow people off. And so I just really felt God say that they are not damaged goods. They are in process, and they are exactly where they need to be. So if you are that person that feels like you are damaged goods, or that you are, in process, or that you are, being written off by someone, just know that God knows, God sees you, God loves you, and He cherishes you, and He created you just the way that you are in this place to suffer. Whatever you're suffering is not His doing, but He will use everything for His glory and for your good. And so I just hope that 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 there will be people in your life that will love you and that will embrace you and that will accept you for who you are. And if you are the person that has written somebody off, I just challenge you to kind of step back and just look at your flaws and check yourself out, and know that not everyone is the same, and that at the end of the day, we need to seek to understand instead of be understood. And that's something that I challenge myself with daily, and I still struggle with. I want people to meet my expectations. I want, to write off people from my life that are causing me too much stress or causing me too much drama, instead of being patient and understanding and kind of stopping to say, what could they possibly be going through? Let me try to show some love. Let me try to be patient. Let me try to be kind. Let me try to suffer a little bit for the cause, for my brother or my sister. Because it's our job to be our brother's keeper. It is our job to be our brother's keeper. And it is our role in this life and in the kingdom of heaven to love one another and to love our brother as we love ourselves. And so I just challenge all of you to stop and to think of all those people that have offended you or that you've written off or that have written you off. First of all, know how valued and loved you are by God. And second of all, think twice about writing somebody off. And even though it is excruciatingly painful to face your pride and put your pride on the line, sometimes you just got to say, I'm sorry. And sometimes you've got to be the bigger person to step up and say, I was wrong and I accept you for everything that you are. And maybe not even saying that, sometimes we have to take ourselves off the high horse. And I'm speaking to myself here. Sometimes we have to knock ourselves off of our high horse because we have high expectations of ourselves, and that's okay. But sometimes we have to kind of knock those expectations down a little bit and learn how to love and embrace others where they are, exactly where they are, and learn to understand, to seek to understand instead of to be understood. Anyway, so I just wanted to share my heart today. My little one's crying. Of course, he's not asleep yet. So I hope you guys are having a great day, a great Friday, and have awesome, fun plans with your families and friends and your loved ones this weekend. Have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.